Hi there everybody, it's Amanda Brinkman-Brockman from amandabrinkmanbrockman.com and a fellow Faster Way to Fat Loss client, maybe even your coach. I wanted to share this dinner I'm making with you because it's one of the dinners that keeps surprising me that is healthy. It's so simple, and I remember growing up thinking steak and potatoes isn't healthy, but that's wrong. So that is one of my big epiphanies in the Faster Way, is that what we all grew up thinking, especially if you're in your 40s like me or your 50s, was all wrong. And that's why, unfortunately, we now have an obesity epidemic in our country. And a lot of us are being told by our doctors that we are pre-diabetic or have type 2 diabetes. We had a lot of wrong information about eating and nutrition when we were growing up. And that is okay, because we can relearn how to eat and even exercise. You can join me in the Faster Way. That is what we do. So this dinner is steak and potatoes. It is one of my favorites. I love it because it's so fast and easy and so good, and it's all of your macros. So I got this filet mignon on clearance at Kroger. Any steak would do. I'm just gonna cook it in this cast iron pan right on the stove. You can do a stove oven combo. There are a million very simple recipes that you can Google, like stovetop steak or stovetop oven steak or how to grill a steak on the grill, all very simple. And this approach works for bone-in chicken breasts or bone-in pork chops, or what else? Even a good thicker cut of fish. So get out a skillet, cook it up on the stove, or take it outside to the grill. The only seasoning I'm gonna put on here is a little bit of avocado oil. I use that as my cooking oil. You go with what you have. And some salt and pepper, and that is all. You might want to get crazy and use some garlic powder, not garlic salt, and onion powder, and you're set. That's all you need. Protein, check. Only 2 more macros that we need, carbohydrates and fats. And we want to be focused on fiber, but fiber is a kind of carbohydrate. So that's why I have this out. I'm gonna put these, my secret weapon from Costco, and these on a sheet pan and knock out carbohydrates. There are great healthy carbohydrates in these green beans and fiber and even a little protein. The potato is not the enemy. I definitely grew up thinking potatoes aren't good for you. Not true. This grew out of the earth. It's great for you. And here's my tip. I get it if you love mashed potatoes. I'm gonna challenge you to mash the potatoes with the skin. My mom did it growing up. I used to tease her, but it tastes fine. And it's way better for you. There's a ton of nutrition and fiber and vitamins and goodies that you need in this skin. If you can't stomach the idea of mashed potato skin with skin, instead of doing these as baked, because then my family tends to not eat the skin, what I do is cut these into about 4ths or like 1/8. So cut, and then put them on the sheet pan so they're like potato wedges. And then my family eats the skin. They love it. They get a little crispy because I'm gonna toss these in a maximum for, I've got 2, 4, 6 of these, max a tablespoon of avocado oil at the most on this whole sheet pan. And then some salt and pepper over them. And in our family, we use white pepper because if my kids see the brown or black pepper flakes, they're like, oh, it's too spicy. But when the white pepper is on there that they can't see, we're all good. So check out white pepper, it's at Kroger. And use that trick. Just chop these up, leave the skin on, roast them. If you're in a real big hurry, just put these all on a microwave safe plate. Once they're quartered up or cut into 1/8, microwave them for 5 or 6 minutes, and then you can finish them real fast in this pan once the steak is finished. And the fats, yummy fats from the steak, will give these a crispy outside extra flavor. But I'm trying to just do this on the stovetop and this in the oven and be finished. So here's my idea. I'm gonna pour these out onto the sheet pan with the potatoes and put it in the oven and call it done. And remember, I said I'm only gonna use a tablespoon maximum of cooking oil for all these green beans and all those potatoes. Now, if this sheet pan gets like too overflowing, the potatoes aren't gonna be good and crispy, so I may have to split this between 2 sheet pans. So in the end, my kids and husband are gonna have 2 sheet pans to wash. But these wash up quick, and you can put parchment paper on here. Have you seen that? It looks like wax paper, but it's different. Don't use wax paper. Get some parchment paper. It's even better than foil, and you can just lay it on here, and it'll make the cleaning way faster and easier, way more simple. If you have an air fryer, which is essentially a convection oven, You could do your potatoes and green beans in the air fryer, again, with half a tablespoon, if that, of cooking oil and some salt and pepper, and just be done, be good to go. Don't have an air fryer, type A personality like me who can't stand any devices on the countertop that can't fit and be put away. I know, I'm crazy. I just put this on the sheet pans in the oven and put it, my oven happens to have a convection mode. Have you ever used yours? It might have one. An air fryer is just a convection oven. It's just blowing the air around. That's all that's happening. So you can recreate that and just keep your eye on it. This will probably take, with this many green beans and that many potatoes, this is probably gonna take like 30 minutes, and I'll just keep my eye on it. I'll just watch for the beans to look a little juicy and the potatoes to look a little crispy, and it is finished, okay? So you could apply this, like I said, to really any protein, especially if it has a bone in it, because it's gonna keep it from drying out. This could be a bag of broccoli, a bag of pre-chopped broccoli and cauliflower, a bag of cauliflower, broccoli, and carrots. It could just be carrots. All of those, because remember, they're about the same size and they're about the same thickness as like a green bean, would all work on the sheet pan with the potatoes and some cooking oil and salt and pepper. And you'll be amazed how yummy it turns out. You could get really crazy and put the steak on here, the potatoes on here, and the green beans. And just keep your eye on it. Check your steak's internal temperature. Could do that with bone-in chicken, could do it with pork chops. They're not all gonna cook at exactly the same rate of time, so you're gonna have to stand by the oven for a little bit and check on it. But you could be doing other things, and if you've got half an hour, you might need 45 minutes because you're gonna have to let the oven preheat. If you've got that much time, you can make a very big, very healthy dinner happen and only have, what, 2 sheet pans maximum to wash. So that's my goal for tonight. I gotta go get to it because it's already 5:30, but you can do it. So if you've got some ideas, some tips to share that are like what I'm talking about, how you make dinner fast, then let us know in the comments. The power of sharing is just blown my mind in the past 2 years that I've been in the Faster Way. I have learned so many tips, so many tricks, and so many recipes from being in this community. So let's keep sharing and keep supporting each other and making healthy dinners that get us to our goals. Have a fantastic night, and I will check in with all you soon.